Hi, everybody. My name is Rita Crompton. I am the Inventor Lady. And as I've told you many times, I have been working with inventors for almost 15 years now. And it makes me chuckle when inventors tell me, coast to coast, it doesn't matter where I am, they tell me, my invention is like my child. I get it. I really do. Your invention is like your child. However, all right, you got to keep things in perspective. Your invention is like a child. You conceive it. All right. You come up with the idea, your aha moment, eureka. I can fix that problem. All right. You nurture it. You do your due diligence. You feed it. You've done some research on it. You've built a prototype. You've fine-tuned the prototype. You get it to go to school. You do some design work. You get my drift. All right. And then, holy cow, it starts to suck you dry. It wants a new computer game. It wants to go to, school trip in DC. And if you live in San Francisco, it's expensive. All right. You need design work done. You need fancy prototypes done. You might have to do some mold tooling and have molds made. They want a car. They want to go to college. Okay. It sucks you dry. So the whole idea with your child, all right, you conceive it, you nurture it, it sucks you dry, you throw it out. All right, same thing with your invention, really the same thing. You conceive it, you nurture it, it sucks you dry, and then you think, oh my goodness. All right, you can come up with some more dramatic words, I am sure, if you are in this process, if you're going down this road and you're thinking, oh my God, I had no idea it was going to cost this much. Well, you know what? When you have that child, generally you're not thinking about the college education when you're bringing them home from the hospital, and reality sets in sometime over the next few years. Same thing with your invention. All right. It sounds exciting to begin with. It sounds like a lot of fun. So's a 3-year-old. However, you have to get it to the point where it grows up. And that's what we do at Inventor Lady. All right. Believe me, this show is not just me. I call it Inventor Lady because I was downtown at the Denver Metro Chamber one day and some guy goes, I know you. You're that Inventor Lady. It's like, works for me. .com was available and we were off to the races. All right. However, I learned a long time ago I can't do it by myself either. So there are more of us than you realize. So our job is to help you tee up this child of yours and get it to move out. Now, one of the new tools that we have is Archimedes Offspring, which is the funding mechanism. All right. And with Archimedes Offspring, the hat I wear is the mentoring, the vetting part, getting things teed up, helping guide you through the process. I do the same thing as Inventor Lady. It's just a lot of my clients on Inventor Lady don't need the money. And there's a lot of times people on the AOS side, the Archimedes Offspring, they don't need the licensing help. And surprising how often people say, I need both. Once they realize they don't want to do it alone, they always say, I need help on both sides of that aisle. So we are there to help mentor you through the process and get this project teed up. So some of the things that, pick your pocket, suck you dry. George always tells me that when they were getting their project up and running, that there were so many people had their hands in his pockets. He couldn't get his own hand in the pocket to pay for the things that he wanted to, because there were project managers and there were business managers and business coaches and marketing people and attorneys and accountants and on and on and on, everybody wanting a piece of you. Well, you know what? When you are pricing a product and you have to deal with the multiple of 5, there's not room for all those hands. There just isn't. So on the funding side of this, and where I work with Archimedes Offspring, is to help you avoid that. All right? Because on the mentoring side of it, we help you get teed up and we don't take a piece of you. All right? It is part of protecting the investors. And that is what is so cool about this, is that we mentor you, all right, to help tee you up and get your product out the door, all right, as a way of protecting the investors who are paying for it, not you, all right? So you're no longer being sucked dry, and in order to protect the investors, we're protecting you. It's really pretty simple and brilliant. So when we look at Product liability insurance, for instance. You know, on a dog collar, it's not a big deal. On a baby product, it is a big deal. Well, we need to know that, you know, before we start pricing the product. And that multiple of 5, if you've got what should be a retail product for $10, it means you have got to be able to make it, package it, insure it, and ship it for $2. The store is going to buy it from you for $5. You cannot sell them all yourself, so you have to have distributor pricing, which is going to be $2.50. It means that you have made 50 cents per unit. And out of that, you have to pay the accountants, the attorneys, the business coaches, the marketing, everything. Well, you're not going to put any money into the bank. The only money you're going to be using is what you can get out of the bank. And believe me, the bank is not going to loan you any more money with a business plan like that, where all the money is going out and there's nothing coming in. Not going to happen. So what do? If you're going to help that child and you're going to nurture it to the point of being able to get it out the door, all right, Archimedes Offspring. It is the answer for inventors trying to tee up the project, because now you get the mentoring free, you get all those services for free. You're not hiring a coach, you're not hiring an attorney or an accountant. All this gets done as part of the program. All right. Well, yay. So if you think of Archimedes Offspring as being college, you're sending your kids away to college so that they can actually grow up and accomplish something on their own and send money home to you. Wouldn't that be nice? I mean, really, isn't that what we're in this for? Are any of you in this just for the good of mankind, and you want to spend all of your money and work your tail off just so somebody else can make a profit? I don't talk to too many inventors who are in that mindset. Everybody goes out the door with the idea that they are going to make some money on this. Unfortunately, too many inventors spend their entire life savings and then get stuck in the mud. They get sucked dry. Being sucked dry is just the worst place to be as an inventor, right? You really, really want to be able to tee it up just enough to be able to get the help, to get Archimedes Offspring to step in on your behalf, nurture you, guide you. They do not dictate to you, all right? You still have controlling interest. They are here as a guide, as a mentor, to help you make good business decisions, right? And it's as important to us to protect you as it is to protect the investors. So as you're going through this process and you start paying attention to the costs, go to my website, inventorlady.com. Take a look at the Inventor's Galaxy Guide. It is going to help you understand how much money is going to go into this that comes out of your pocket before you ever see a cent of profit. And for most inventors, that is just a killer. So we see so many really good ideas die on the vine. You go out the door, you're excited. All right. You're going to have a baby. All right. You nurture it. And at the point where it starts really sucking you dry, you give up. And we hate to see that. There are just some brilliant ideas out there that never go anywhere because you can't get it out of the valley of despair. And that's where we see a lot of inventors end up. So when you start getting to that point of asking questions about, oh, Lordy, how are we going to launch this thing and get it out the door so it can start making money? Send me an email, Rita@inventorlady.com. Go to the website. Go to Archimedes Offspring. Take a look at the inventor side. See what the mentoring does for you, right? You'll be glad you did. Have a nice evening.